Okay, I figured I would give y'all a update of what's going on in the room. Uh, my iguana, so he's asleep. Her tank didn't move or anything. As you can see, her tank is still over there. Yeah, I put new newspaper in there and she went down there and played in it. I have moved my tanks. I needed drawers and stuff to put musical stuff in and whatnot. So I moved the tanks. What I did was bring the two end tables in here, that one and that one, and redid the tanks. And as you can see, down here is Popeye, my pied ball python. You go up here, and he's sleeping. Here, let me scoot back so you can see those two tanks. Hey, in here, Henry. He's hiding because he's in shed. Oh, he's all dull looking. Let him leave him alone. That was Henry. Then up here is that's Jack. Call him Fathead. I had to move him out of he was in my daughter's room, my oldest daughter's room. I had to move him out. It's starting to get cold, and he's better off in this room with me, with all the rest of the reptiles, because it stays warm in here. Not only does the plasma screen TV make it warm in here, but all the tanks make it warm in here. So there he is. He was asleep. I turned on the light. He looks kind of grouchy. Anyways, I'll pull back, show you his tank. That's his tank. I think it's like a 55-gallon. My wife's bearded dragon that's in the living room, he has I think it's a 75 or 80-gallon with a stand, and I think that's what I'm going to upgrade this poor little dude with later on. Down here, we got Miss Violet. She had just shed. Her tank is always the hardest one to open. She had just shed, so she's looking kind of pretty. Come here, girl. Come here. Come on. Let them see how pretty you are. What's your tail? What's your tail? That's Violet. They're probably hungry because everybody went to the shed. So I skipped feeding them. I feed them every Friday, and so she's scooting around like she's looking for food. And then down here, there's Ruby, my albino ball python. And I'll scoot back and let you see these tanks. I don't know if you can see that. I'll see if I can get the whole. There's the tanks the way I have them set up. I got the two and the two, and then I got Jack's tank on top. And don't worry, I can actually get in there and take him out by standing on the bed. And then what I did was I moved my Mexican Black King down here. You see him? He just shed. I moved him down here because he don't need that big of a tank, and he had one of those huge tanks. I think they're 40 gallons that he's in, And he's getting big, but I don't think he needs a tank that big. He's out cruising around. Uh, I moved him, and that was the only place I could think of putting his tank was up underneath the computer. And what I did was the two leftover tanks. My carpet python looked like he needed a bigger tank, so what I actually did is the way these tanks work. I'll show you. You see those ridges right there? There's a glass piece that slides in that channel right there and locks. And then this front piece right here screws on there. It's got these 4 screws in the corner. And it locks that glass tray in there. And it makes the tank. So what's really neat about these tanks is you can pull that glass tray out and take off the screen top. You know, you can take off the screen top up here. It's got some screws and stuff holding it on. Take it off and set one on top of the other, and you get a big tank. There's Ka cruising around. He's probably hungry because he didn't go into shed, but he didn't want to eat last time I fed him, so he didn't get any food. Anyways, I'll scoot back and let you see that one. Watch out, baby. That's my Chihuahua. That's 2 of the tanks put together. And I figured he needed a bigger enclosure because he comes out and lays, sprawls out. And, well, he's pushing 5 foot now, so I figured he probably needed a tank upgrade. And what's neat is it stays warm enough in here that these are just regular CFL light bulbs. I do have a heat lamp in here that I can turn on, but I don't want to because there's like half an inch of space. Like I can't even stick my finger in there. Now, I'm not about to cook the ceiling and start a fire, but there's actually enough heat in this room that stays warm enough that these regular CFL light bulbs like that, it's a daylight bulb, and that's a daylight bulb. They get warm enough where it creates a little hot spot up here in the top corner, and that actually stays pretty cool down here in the bottom of his tank. Anyways, just wanting to give you an update of, let's see if I can get all the tanks in here by standing in the doorway. Yeah. Updated the tanks. Let's see.